G'day folks, Corey Hind here. I hope you're very well. We are going to compare ChatGPT and Gemini for SEO advice. So ChatGPT, AI, Gemini, the Google version AI. So we're looking at, does AI give us good recommendations for SEO? Because lots of people are using that as a way to build a plan or a strategy for their website to rank better on Google. And I thought it would be useful if somebody who does this for a living helps you out to assess these two things to see if they're useful or not. A lot of people have used ChatGPT for a long time. Gemini is now being talked about in the marketing space a lot more because it's a bit newer and it's a Google product. So, SEO rank higher on Google. Gemini is a Google product. So I'm really interested to see how good the advice from both of these is, comparing it to a website. So I've asked both to give us some advice for a particular website we're working on. And then hopefully that will help you to make a decision about whether you use AI to help you formulate a plan. That doesn't mean it'll do the work for you. It might just help you prioritize what you need to do for your website and then start to do that work yourself if that's what you're doing. If you want to engage professionals, go and find an SEO person to do it for you. But in this instance, I think it would be useful to compare the two to see how good they are. So the site we're looking at is a project we're working on called Marketers List. I won't waffle on too much about it because I don't want it to be an infomercial, but Marketers List is a website to help business owners find trusted professionals. So the businesses on there will need to be vetted and prove that they're good at what they do. So that's the site we're asking ChatGPT and Gemini to build a plan for us for. So we'll start with ChatGPT because you've probably used ChatGPT quite a lot in the past, and I think that it's something that is going to be easily understood as to how you use it. So we go up to the top and we'll just ask ChatGPT, hey, can you make some SEO suggestions for this website, please? And we put the URL there. So ChatGPT spits out an answer pretty quickly. It's got 10 things there, and if we look through there, some of it's pretty obvious and therefore useful. So optimize for your keywords. Of course, we want a website to be optimized for keywords so Google knows what it's all about. Meta tags, that is the main thing Google reads off of a page. So when you look at a search engine result page, you see the blue bit that it shows you. That's the meta tag. That is definitely very important. Most SEO pros would say that's in the top 3 or 4 things that Google looks at when assessing a page to see who ranks where. Content strategy, yes. So you're going to want to have articles on there that talk about all the marketing topics that are out there so that Google understands what that site's about. Now, these next two are pretty obvious, but still worth mentioning. Mobile optimization, of course. We all know that a website needs to be optimized for mobile. If it's not, that's a problem. Site speed, yep, that's also pretty obvious. A slow website, Google hates that, so that's really important. User experience, yep, agree with that. That is something that you want your website to be easily navigated by people. So they see it, they understand it, they know where to go, they know what to do, go to other pages on your site, all that sort of stuff. Backlinks is still a major part of the Google algorithm. So all things being equal to websites, the website with the better backlink profile will win. So that's still a critical part because that is how the Google algorithm was built, was backlinks. Schema markup, bit technical for this video. Let's move on. Local SEO. Yep, so that's kind of your Google Business Profile, your local business directories, and then social proof. So all in all, that's pretty good advice. If you went to ChatGPT and said, hey, please assess my website for some things I should be doing, I'd agree with all of that stuff. Some are more important than others, and there's no guarantee that if you do this stuff today, your website will be ranking really high tomorrow and therefore getting you leads and sales to your business. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want, is we want leads and sales to the business. So not too bad. If somebody came at me and said, hey, this is what I'm going to do, I'd say, yep, go ahead. That looks pretty good to me. So if we go over to Gemini, now keep in mind that Gemini is basically Google's version of ChatGPT. A lot of marketers are saying it's way better. I'm using it myself for content creation at the moment, and I am finding it as good as another paid tool I've got. So Gemini.google.com is definitely a good place to go for using AI for lots of things. We use it for creating the bones of an article, and then we will map out the words and images ourselves. So it might give us the headings and paragraphs and that sort of stuff. But anyway, let's see what it's given us. So we've asked it the same thing, exactly the same prompt. Can you make some SEO suggestions for this website, please? Now, it's a lot more thorough. So you'll see here there's a lot more information there than the ChatGPT version. So instantly I like it because it explains things a bit more fully, the context of why it's saying that. And again, this is straight from Google. So you'd hope that Google knows what Google wants. So that's why I'm suggesting that maybe gemini.google.com is a better option at this point in time. You still need to get the work done though. This will say, hey, optimize your content, optimize your images, optimize your titles, blah, blah. That still needs to be done. So for most of our accounts, we spend hours and hours per month on this stuff. And it doesn't look like much on the front end from what the client can see, but over time, it definitely sends a message to Google about what it's doing. So let's go back up the top. And first of all, Gemini has said, okay, here's the on-page stuff. So broadly speaking, SEO is on page, the stuff on the page itself, off page, like your backlinks, your social media activity, etc., and then your technical stuff, like the site speed and all that sort of stuff. So on page optimization is what they're saying first. Do your keyword work. Yep, look at your content, make sure it's good, it's engaging, it's tailored to what your people want. I really like that sort of stuff. Landing pages, so they are individual pages for a certain thing. So you might say you're a plumber, you might have a landing page for fixing toilets. So if someone needs a fixed toilet, you have a landing page or one page for that with one call to action. So that's a really good idea. It talks about the blog as an important thing. That's a really good point as well. Again, the basics, the titles and meta descriptions. Yes, that's really important. Image optimization, headings, so H1, H2, H3. So if you look at this article here, there's your H1 up the top, and then you've got your other headings, H2s. You normally have one H1, several H2s, and the H3s are smaller headings. Again, they all link together on a certain topic. So Google says, okay, I understand what that website or that web page is about. Then Gemini talks about internal linking, which again is something that SEO people have been really big on for the last few years, because again, it sends messages to Google about what's related to what the topics are, and that Google juice is going from place to place. So I really like what Gemini's got there. Technical SEO, again, like ChatGPT came up with, we're talking about the mobile friendliness, the website speed, yes. Structured data markup, it's kind of another word for schema markup. Again, for the purposes of this video, something you don't really need to worry about. Most WordPress sites have that built in anyway. Off-page optimization, so really these two are biggies. The backlinks are mentioned again because that is a critical part of SEO. To rank up the top, you do need good, relevant, and a number of backlinks. That's when one website links to you. Social media marketing. We have clients now where their website and their Facebook page outrank their opposition on a Google search, which says to me that Google, and I've been saying this all year really, Google is taking social media signals very seriously because of trust. A Facebook page is a trusted entity from Google. A LinkedIn profile is a trusted entity from Google. So all of the social media work that you do for your business does help your SEO, but it also helps you get leads for your business sometimes as well. So there's a big reason to do that. So I totally agree with that. Online reputation management, so reviews. I talk about this a lot with my clients. People simply find your reviews online now and do their purchasing decision making based on what other people say. So Google reviews, Trustpilot, Clutch, whatever it might be, that's a big thing because Google's trying to eliminate the fake stuff out there. It's trying to produce trusted results for people. So this point I really agree with. Then it's got additional tips. I like this little section here. It's saying, hey, get your data so you know what's working, what's not working. Look at your content marketing. That kind of ties in with what I said earlier about the social media marketing. That's fine. Your local SEO. Now it's picked up that Marketers List is not just a local business. So Google Business Profile listings usually only apply for a radius from your business of say 20 or 30 kilometers at the max. So this is suggesting that even though Marketers List is broader than that, the local SEO is still useful. And then stay updated, which I agree with as well. So all in all, I would say that both of those products have given quite different plans in terms of the word length. Some of the topics are different, but there's nothing in there that's wrong. There's nothing in there that I don't agree with. It doesn't really say on either, hey, where should we start? Because when a business comes to a SEO business, we're going to focus on the most important things first, because SEO is a long game and we want to work on the important things first so they have time to bed down and get working. We will then work on things in a sequential manner so that the results come at the best possible rate. So overall, I think they're both fantastic. If I was to pick one, I would go with the Gemini version of events because it's a Google product. I really like that. It's a bit more expansive and it gives those additional tips and things as well. So they're both good things to do. Why would I even suggest this sort of stuff as an SEO agency myself? Well, heaps of people just don't have the money to pay an agency to do it for them. So it's good to know you can get a plan and set aside 2 hours a week to do the stuff yourself, or 3 hours a week and do the stuff yourself, and find some people you can ask questions of to help you along your path. Because really, when you engage an SEO agency, probably 3/4 of the money is going towards bums on seats. They've got software and links and staff to pay for, but really a lot of it is time on the ground, editing pages, updating things, doing keyword research, all that sort of stuff. So that's the video. Hopefully that's really useful. It's different in that, these are the days where people do have access to methods to get the strategy, but you've still got to do the work. So get into it. And if it doesn't make sense or you want some clarifications about this stuff, just pop a question below, or a comment, I should say, and we'll get back to you and answer that when we can. Okay, cheers. Bye for now.